Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can tell by title, this video is going to be talking all about my skincare routine, my morning skincare routine and then my evening skincare routine. All of the products in here are all drugstore and are all affordable products, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about the products I use to take care of my skin. I'm really conscious of skincare and I do actively try to take really good care of my skin. In terms of my skin, I have normal to dry skin, and my skin can also sometimes get a little bit sensitive, and occasionally I do tend to get a couple of hormonal spots. But before I show you the actual products, I do just want to talk about some other factors that I think are contributors in terms of skincare. So I try to eat a healthy diet in general. I try to drink 2 litres of water a day. I drink green tea and I also take collagen. I do also use a LED face mask. So they are other factors that I do think are attributed to my skin, for the most part being what I would like to consider is okay, but I do actively take really good care of my skin every day. So I will start by talking about my morning routine and then I will show you my evening routine. I have all the products here. There isn't a huge amount of products, and like I say, all of these products are quite affordable, and these are just the products that work for me and my skin. Everyone's skin and experiences are different, so these could work for me, these products might not work for you. Equally, you might try these products and have a fantastic time doing so. I use 2 products. So for my face wash, I use this. This is the Garnier Skin Active Hydrating Deep Cleanser. This is what it looks like. Garnier do lots of different face washes. They do also have another one that is really similar to this. That is the salicylic acid one. I accidentally bought that one time thinking it was this one, and that dried my skin out awfully and it brought me out in like psoriasis, so I don't like that one. It has to be this one. You can get this from Boots and Superdrug. So that's the face wash that I use. I then, every single day, whether I am wearing makeup or not, I then go in with an SPF. This is the SPF I use. It is the Garnier Vitamin C Daily UV SPF, and it is the invisible one. Looks like that. Garnier do also do a glowy skin one. I am too pale for that to work. I have bought that one before and it turned me into the annoying orange. It is too orange for me. I cannot use it. So I then use this every day. The recommended amount is 2 fingers worth of sunscreen for your face and your neck. I use 4 fingers, so I use these 2 fingers. So I use a finger for this, finger for this, this and my neck. I am really conscious of the sun and skin damage and skin cancer, so I use more than the recommended amount, and I actually use 4 fingers worth of sun cream every single morning just to fully ensure that I have covered my face and my neck. That is what I do. But every single day I wear SPF and I go through this like water because I use 4 fingers worth. So I go through about like 2 of these a month, but I use this, and that's everything that I do for my morning skincare. I use these products religiously every morning, whether I am wearing makeup or not. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, I still do my SPF and I still do my cleanse, and I just do a single cleanse with this. Then for my evening routine, I will go in with a balm cleanser. This is the balm cleanser that I'm currently using. It is the Superdrug own balm cleanser. Looks like this. And it is just a balm consistency. I do a double cleanse with a balm cleanser if I'm wearing makeup. Even if I'm not wearing makeup, I will still do a single balm cleanser, so I'll always go in with a balm cleanser to break down my SPF. If I'm wearing makeup, then I will do a double balm cleanser to remove my makeup and then just any other makeup residue that is on my face. So that's the first step I do. I do that twice. This is from Superdrug. It is one of the more affordable balm cleansers. I quite like it. It's not my favourite balm cleanser. My favourite balm cleanser is the Beauty Bay balm cleanser, the oat and I think it's chamomile one. I'll link it in the description. That's my favourite. That one has a really nice consistency. This one does remove your makeup and break it down well, although I do find this can sometimes sting my eyes a little bit, but I have really sensitive eyes. So I'm using this one right now. The Body Shop balm cleanser also is another really great option that is also cruelty free. This is just super accessible to get hold of. The Beauty Bay one isn't always super accessible because you have to order it online. Once I have done that, I then go in with a double cleanse using the same cleanser that I use in the morning, because this does also remove makeup. So it's this balm cleanser twice, 2 rounds of this face wash. The first round to remove any residue that this has left behind, because it is quite balmy and waxy, it does leave a residue on the skin. So the first of the evening wash using this will remove that residue, and then that second wash just cleans the skin. So that's then what I do. I use that twice. And then my third step is using a exfoliator. I use this one. This is the Soap and Glory Face Soap and Clarity. It looks like this. It's missing its lid because I have taken all of these from the bathroom to show you. They look like, but it just looks like this. Again, you can buy this from Boots. I quite like this. I have used this. This has not broke me out, so I'm a big fan of that. And this isn't a super scrubby exfoliant. It's described on here as a gel face wash. I would say it's more slightly exfoliating, but this is then what I use afterwards, and I use that once. Then once I have finished with all of that, I will go on to moisturising my skin. And in terms of the moisturiser that I use, there are 2. I used to use the Boots Retinol Night Cream, but for months that has been out of stock, and I think that they have discontinued it, which is disappointing. So the 2 products that I use and I rotate between are this, which is the Nivea cream. Just looks like this. Now, some people get on with this, some people don't. This is a very traditional, old school kind of a cream. It is super thick, it is super heavy, and it does take a while to dry into the skin. However, because I have normal to dry skin, this really does hydrate my skin. And if you can see, it's a super thick formula, and I am not sparing with this. I use this very liberally on my face. So I will use this one if I have a little bit more time to let my moisturiser really sink into my face. If I don't have as much time, but I'm still needing to hydrate, I will use this, which is the Aveeno Calm and Restore Oat Rich Balm. This is also incredibly hydrating, but this is a lighter weight formula, just there, if you can see. So because of that, this one dries in a lot faster, but they both are really hydrating for my dry skin. Quickly, I forgot to mention, so before I put on my evening creams, what I will do is I will do my LED face mask, and I'll do my LED face mask for 30 minutes. And then once I've done that, I go in with either one of the creams, depending on how much time I have, because this one takes longer for the skin to absorb, this one doesn't. So if I've finished work and done an evening shift and I'm not home till 10 o'clock, I'll go with this one. If I finish work at around 5 or 6 and have a little bit more time, then I can put this one on, because I have the time to allow my skin to really absorb the products. Then some of the other products I use and want to talk a little bit about are some face masks. So in terms of face masks, this is a face mask I've actually used yesterday. It's a sheet mask, and I'm going to use it again today, just because this still has some product in the bottom, but it's this one, and I quite like this one. This is the JM Solution Honey Face Mask. You can get on Amazon, and I really like this brand. So I used this one yesterday. I'm going to use it again today. But my favourite face mask that I have probably ever tried, which is a bold statement, is this one. This is the JM Solution Water SOS Mask. Looks like this. This mask is absolutely fabulous if you have dry or sensitive skin. I have used this mask, not this exact one, but I have used this mask for a really long time, and I love it. I'm consistently buying it, repurchasing this. Once I have used this, this does genuinely and truly make your skin feel like it has had a drink of hydration. With this face mask, because there is so much solution in the actual packaging, you can also get 2 rounds out of this. Some face masks, like these ones, because they have so much serum in the actual packaging, you can get 2 uses out of these. So I really like them. I also, before I do any of my skincare, I make sure I wash my hands thoroughly as well. So my hands are nice and clean, And before I put any of my face masks on, I again make sure my hands are really clean, just for cross-contamination and mitigating dirt. But this is my favourite one. And I try to do a face mask once a week, usually on a Sunday if I'm able to. I have been slacking recently because I have been so busy with other things, but I try to do one once a week. So in terms of lip care, I will either use old school basic Vaseline. This I feel like works consistently for my lips. Me personally, I feel like my skin is usually at the driest when we transition out of winter into spring, and it's kind of that in-between weather. I notice my skin is the driest then. I will either use this, or a more recent discovery is this, and it's by Boots. It is the Cherry Lip Balm. Looks like that. This smells incredible. This smells like artificial cherry, just looks like that. And hopefully you can see I have used quite a decent amount. This is also tinted, so it gives the lips quite a nice colour just there. Then in terms of pimples and breakouts, I am consistent with using my LED mask, which I think helps. I don't have the packaging to hand, but I do have some pimple patches that I get from Amazon. Again, I'll link in the description. I'll see if I have any. Give me 1 second. So I don't have the actual packaging for the pimple patches, but I'll put a picture in here and I'll link them in the description. But this is just what they look like. So they are just long rectangles, if you can see, and then you cut them down for however big the spot is that you want to put a pimple patch on. These have, I believe it is salicylic acid or hyaluronic acid. I can't remember which one it is because I don't have the packaging, but these are really good. I've tried lots of different pimple patches, and these are the ones that I consistently repurchase because these are the ones that I notice results for, and they just bring all of the impurities out of the skin. Really like them. Then another product that I tend to use for spots and for pimples is Sudocrem. Just looks like this. In terms of when I would use these, so I would use one of these if I have maybe more of a cystic spot and an under the skin spot. Then I would use this if I have a spot that has come to the surface and is maybe kind of on its last legs and is a little bit red and irritated. So if it's surface level, I would use this. If it's under the skin, I would use this. And if I didn't have any results from this, then I would tag team it and I would use both of these. But these are the two products that I tend to use. Sudocrem is great, you can use it in lots of different ways, but I use this for the spots that are more on the surface. What I would say with the Nivea cream is do make sure your skin is dry before you go to apply this. If you apply this with any kind of moisture on your skin, so like a hydrating mist, this will just completely slip off your face. I don't know why it does that. I'm assuming it's down to maybe one of the ingredients that is in this product perhaps, but make sure your skin is dry enough where this can be applied on your face in a way where your skin will actually absorb it. That is everything that I use in my skincare routine, my morning skincare routine and my evening skincare routine. As I say, there are other factors I think when it comes to skincare and general health and well-being that exceed products, but these are just the products that I have used and consistently use, and I feel like have been working for my skin, and the products that I will carry on to use until the point where they don't work. It's quite a simple skincare routine, I feel like. All of these products are quite affordable and accessible, which I really like. To my knowledge, most of these products are cruelty free as well, which is great. I'm not sure if Nivea is, but I think all of the other products are. You can let me know if that is indeed correct. And if you try any of these products and you end up getting on with them, let me know your thoughts, and I'll speak to you in my next video. So until then, goodbye guys.